What's up, guys? Seth here, Activated Performance. So I have been losing weight, trying to get a little leaner, trying to get less fat, trying to get more jacked, and it's been a good process so far. And the one thing that I've been able to do with this that I'm really happy about is I am still relatively strong for the amount of weight I've lost. Down about 50 pounds since my meet in December, and since then I'm still cranking out rep PRs on all my bodybuilding stuff, still hitting PRs on some back work, still hitting PRs on some RDLs, and shit is going good. Something that kind of comes up a lot is it possible to lose weight and still get stronger or maintain strength or any sort of that variation? Can you still be strong while losing weight if you're a strength athlete? Now, on one side of that, yeah, fat doesn't necessarily help you contract muscle. Fat doesn't help you move the weight. Fat isn't going to make you stronger per se, but what kind of does make you stronger, what kind of can play into that is leverages. So if you're fatter, if you're heavier, if you have a bigger waist, it's going to change how you squat. It's going to change where you touch the bar when you bench, and it's going to change your start position on your deadlift. Deadlift may be for the worst. Squat and bench, having a bigger waist, having a little more tissue around you is going to help. Not just in kind of the position you can be in, but with squat and bench, the more tissue you have around you, the more stuff you have squishing about, you kind of have tissue binding as you're lowering into the bottom of the lift. You have body parts running into other body parts, and like, it's not the same thing as wearing a squat or bench shirt, but you have that tension, you have that pressure that you kind of play into, and you will get pounds out of just being fat. So yeah, that kind of plays into the whole strength thing with weight loss. But again, the fat isn't helping you move the weight. You don't need it to be strong. If you're able to maintain your muscle tissue, theoretically, you can learn the new leverages. You can learn how to lift with your new size, and you should be able to display at least a similar level of strength if you're leaner to when you were heavier. So what's the trick to doing that? Basically, the trick here is to just go slow. The more you try to rush, the hungrier you're going to be, the lower you're going to feel, the more muscle you're potentially going to lose, and the worse your training is going to be. The worse your training is, again, it's all going to play into potentially losing muscle. So go slow. Don't rush things. Let it happen. Take your damn time and just roll with it. Understand that if you really want to make real body composition changes, it's not going to be an overnight process. We need to just take our time if we want it to stick. You didn't get heavy, you didn't get overweight, you didn't get too fat in a month, so don't expect to be able to lose it in a month. Plan for a year, plan for 6 months, plan for a long time to make the changes that you want to make. And when you're getting started, how the heck should you start? Well, the easiest thing to do, what I tell people to do first, is just download MyFitnessPal and track what you're eating. That's all you have to do is step one. Track what you're eating, figure out what you're eating, figure out what your intake is, and then we can make changes from there. Step two, I just give people a protein target. I don't care about macros aside from protein, because with carbs and fats, it's just energy balance. It's just filling out your calories. Now, some people prefer higher fat, some people prefer higher carb. I really don't think it matters in terms of starting out a diet where your calories lay in terms of carbs or fats. What does matter though is that you're getting enough protein to recover, you're getting enough protein to maintain muscle, you're getting enough protein to allow your body to function the way it needs to function. So get your protein in, start at about 1 gram to 1.25 grams per pound of body weight. Once you have your base intake, set your protein there and just roll with it for a week and see what happens. When you're eating your protein and you have a consistent calorie intake, just see what your body weight does, see how you feel, see how you respond to that. And then once you know how you respond, you can begin to make some changes to your calories. As far as calorie changes go, again, like I said earlier, don't go crazy, don't drop too much too fast. Once you know your baseline intake, say you're averaging 3,500 calories a day, just eating how you want to eat. Now, if you want to make changes from there, you can make a little drop to 3,300 a day, 3,200 a day, and then just run that and see what happens. You're probably going to see a fairly big drop fairly quick. on such a little change. Changes don't need to be big. You don't need to go crazy. You don't need to do anything fancy. Track your calories, track your protein, let things happen, chill out. Stuff's easy. Go slow, stay strong, feel good, make changes that are gonna last. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.